What up, YouTube? What up, Fight World? It's your boy D Dynamite here, aka Mr. Boxer.com, aka Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. So I'm in the building today, man, and I'm here to talk about Triple G versus David Lemieux. Good fight we got on our hands, people. Oscar De La Hoya, man, shouts out to him first and foremost for making this fight happen. I gotta say I was a little shocked by this news because I thought Oscar De La Hoya would kind of, hold this boy. I thought maybe he'd put him in some title matches against maybe some lesser level competition and, get some more experience under his belt, get his name out there a little bit more, and then kind of let this fight build up a little bit more. That's what I thought was going to happen. But Oscar De La Hoya kind of, threw a curveball at us and, went ahead and set this fight up for now. And that's cool as fuck. I mean, what more can I say about that, man? I mean, it's good as fuck. I mean, we got two world champions getting in the ring, and they're going to go ahead and unify the belt. All right. Triple G's a WBA champion, and David Lemieux is the IBF champion. So this is good, man. And then not only that, we have a good fight on our hands. We have two come forward fighters. All right, two guys that have a lot of power. So both fighters have the potential of getting knocked out in this one, man, which is always good, which always makes things that much more interesting. Now, with all that being said, man, because, I wanted to establish first and foremost that this is a good fight. Give Oscar De La Hoya his props because he did make a good fight. But at the same time, I got to knock Oscar at the same time because, in the very same breath of this fight being made, it was also mentioned that this was going to be on pay-per-view, which I have a problem with. Now, to me, pay-per-view carries a certain amount of prestige, okay? It carries a certain level of greatness, okay? When you think about pay-per-view, you think about all the, not the best fights, but you think about the biggest fights, okay? You think about the fights that are the most highly anticipated. All right, you think about the fights that everybody wants to see, that everybody's been calling for. Case in point, Mayweather versus Pacquiao. All right, Mayweather versus De La Hoya. Case in point, De La Hoya versus Trinidad. Okay, these big mega fights that people want to see. All right, that's what you think about when you think about pay-per-view because people are willing to pay extra money to see these fights. Okay, because it's that important. I have to say that based on that notion, you have to think that Triple G versus David Lemieux on pay-per-view is a little too optimistic. You know what I mean? Now, I mentioned that this is a good fight, okay? I mentioned that this is a good fight, and it is. All right, but it's just not the level of a pay-per-view, all right? It's not that caliber of a fight, all right? The alternative to, a highly anticipated fight is a great fighter in the ring, at very least. That's why Mayweather can get away with fighting Berto, okay? Or Oscar, or these guys can fight lesser level of competition because they're great fighters. They've been in those highly anticipated fights and for the most part come out on top. All right, so people recognize them to be great fighters because of what they've achieved. All right, now with all that being said, you can't point to either Triple G or David Lemieux and say that they're great fighters, okay? And you can't say that this is a highly anticipated fight because it's not. It's a good fight, but it's not a great fight, I mean, so those are my thoughts on this, A lot of people get mad at Al Heyman and the PBC, but the fact of the matter is the PBC puts on fights like this for free. I mean, what separates this fight from Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero? And the answer is nothing. Okay, this fight is the equivalent to Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero. We're seeing a up-and-coming star fighting a step-up fight, all right? And that's pretty much what this is for Triple G. As competitive as the fight might seem on paper, Triple G still is the favorite in this fight, all right? He still has the advantage when it comes to technical skill and experience, all right? And David Lemieux has been knocked out by a guy that Triple G knocked out. Okay, which is Marco Antonio Rubio. So I guess what I'm alluding to, what I'm getting at is, I've already said it before, but this is just not a pay-per-view quality fight. All right. And, like I said, man, people get mad at Heyman, but Heyman gives us fights like this for free. Okay, I really believe Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, K2 Promotions, they're kind of throwing salt in the game. All right, because once again, not a pay-per-view quality fight, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this shit. All right, hit me up on Twitter, Box capital X or capital X Die. You can also hit me up on Facebook, Box -sign or -sign Die. But until next time, it's your boy D Dynamite signing out. Holla at your motherfucking boy.